You have your DJI FPV battery and you're charging it, and suddenly, like me, as you can see, the third LED blinks twice. So it's first from the left to the first to the right. So the third one blinks twice. What this means? The battery internal system detected an overcharge. I'm using the original charging brick, but unfortunately that's not the issue. The issue is, and most possibly, because just to mention, this is the third DJI FPV battery which is literally failing. I don't think it's failing. The other two ones failed as well. One of them had the same issue with the third blinking light. It shows it's charged, but if I connect to the DJI FPV drone, I'm gonna get like 95, 96 maximum charge battery. What this actually means? So it's most probably that one of the battery cells or more are not balanced anymore. So for example, this DJI FPV battery has 6 cells. All those cells, when they are charging, the current is distributed evenly. But if one is charged more than the other ones or less, then we have an issue. Possibly one cell is reaching higher current than it should and doesn't let the other cells to reach the same amount of current to be balanced across all 6 cells. And for this reason, we have this issue of overcurrent. Now, if the battery doesn't have any other issues, if the battery is not swollen or damaged, or it doesn't have reduced performance, you can fly the drone with it as before, but you're gonna have like 90, 95%, 96, it all depends on the battery and the difference between each cell's current. What DJI says, if you have this issue, to plug the battery into the drone and power on the drone, which I obviously did, and discharge the battery to 1%. Well, it didn't let me discharge to 1%, but I could discharge to 5% and then try to charge it again. Maybe in this way, the every cell's balance again, try to balance again, and the issue will stop, and there's not gonna be an issue anymore. But unfortunately, I've done that. I had 100% battery. Well, I had the 95% battery fully charged. I started on the drone, of course, without propellers. I put it on manual mode, push a bit of throttle. If you put too much throttle, the motors will stop because it doesn't detect any propellers and it's not taking off. But if you put less throttle, it's just gonna spin until the battery is discharged. I did this thing. I could do it once or twice more, maybe see if this will solve the issue, but apparently it doesn't. DJI also says if this issue persists, just send the battery back. I'm not gonna do that because it's out of warranty. The drone, I bought it at the beginning, and yeah, I will just keep going on like this. Two things to keep in mind: if you start the drone in your house without propellers and don't fly it just to discharge the battery from full to empty, just make sure you have a fan. Well, it's strange fan, but it's a fan to blow on the DJI FPV drone, because that's gonna overheat otherwise. It has some internal cooling as well, but it's not as efficient as when flying, and a lot of cold air gets through the ventilators and cool down the drone, so it's not made to stay in one place for too long. And I have a thermometer and I tried with it, and of course it was reaching around 50 degrees on the radiator. It was a little bit hot, but was perfectly fine. But anyway, the battery, as you can see, it's working perfectly at this time. The other two failed because inadequate storage. One had reduced performance, the second one completely failed, and the one with reduced performance had the same issues. When I was charging, it was blinking the same LED. That means one of the cells was charging more than the others and probably was overcharging, was not able to reach 100% anymore. So this is happening to the third battery. Now it's fine, but after a few flights, we're gonna see maybe it's not gonna be fine anymore. Maybe again after a few cycles, especially if you keep it for long-term storage, after a few cycles it will be back on, but it didn't happen with the others. So this is the third LED. It was third? Yeah, it was third from this position. This is the third LED. I think, yeah, in this position. The third LED blinking twice, overcharging detected. and it's a common issue as far as I know about DJI FPV drones, about most DJI drones, especially after long-term storage. Alright, thank you very much everyone for watching, and I hope you're just gonna fix it, because I couldn't manage to fully fix mine. Still working, but I don't know for how long. Alright, hope to see you soon.